If you have ever worked with long form video, you probably know this problem. You record an interview, podcast, church service, property walkthrough, any long piece of content. And afterward, you know there are some great shots or great moments somewhere inside the footage, but the problem is just finding it. Finding those moments can mean scrubbing back and forth through a long timeline, replaying sections, writing down timestamps, trying to remember where something was said, and sometimes missing a great moment entirely. The longer the footage is, the more time that review process can take. That is the problem I'm building VisionReview AI to solve. VisionReview turns long-form video into a structured review workspace. It helps me understand what is inside the recording, find the moments worth using, make faster editorial decisions, build a draft, quality check, and prepare the work for delivery. For a content creator, that might mean finding the strongest moments inside of a 90-minute podcast. For a realtor, it might mean locating the cleanest property shots and the strongest on-camera statements from long shoots. For a ministry, such as this one here, it might mean finding the one powerful 30-second message buried inside of a full service. Different users, same problem. The valuable moments are there, but someone still has to find them. VisionReview AI is not publicly available yet, but what I am showing you today is the current development build, and I want to walk through exactly how the workflow works right now. I'm going to start with a short video so I can show the complete workflow. The same process is designed for longer recordings where manually reviewing everything becomes much more tedious. Just for the sake of this video, I've already selected the video I'm going to choose, and it's already been uploaded. When you first upload a video, it's going to go through this stage of media preparation. The same process is designed for longer recordings where manually reviewing everything becomes much more tedious. Now, before analysis starts, the current build gives me an AV sync choice. Most videos will stay on normal. Custom calibration is available when I already know a recording has progressive audio drift, and I want VisionReview to correct that problem before the rest of the video workflow is rebuilt. Now I will start the upload and analysis. VisionReview prepares review media, transcribes the speech with Whisper, and breaks the recording into smaller segments it can analyze and present back to me. Instead of opening one long file and starting from zero, I am turning the recording into something I can actually work through. So we'll go ahead and let this process. And we'll pause the video and return back once it's completed. Once analysis finishes, the project appears under recent videos. So here's the video I just uploaded. It's been given a number of video number 69. Each video receives a number. Okay, and this area becomes the home base for reopening work. So review activity, check the sync, and return to projects without having to remember where I left off. Okay, I will open the report now. And this is where VisionReview starts turning raw footage into decisions. The video is no longer just one long recording. It is broken into reviewable moments with timing, transcript information, and analysis that help me move through the material more intentionally.
I'm not gonna make it.
Seriously, Amelia? You promised this time.
I know, but my mom is making me hand out candy.
Sure, she is.
If I hear or remember a good line, the transcript gives me another way to recognize it without relying on memory. I can see what was said, when it was said, and immediately connect that line back to the footage. If I don't want to begin with every segment, I can start with the best moments. That gives me a smaller set of stronger candidates first. If I'm reviewing a long podcast, a service, or a property shoot, this helps me focus my attention where the most promising material may be instead of treating every second equally. Vision Review is helping me narrow the search. It's not replacing my judgment. I still decide what is actually good, on brand, useful, or appropriate for the final edit. And I'll show you a demonstration. I got my 5 best moments. I'll go into review mode. I'll pause the video. Remember, we're looking at our 5 best moments that I selected. It's candidate 1. I can preview that and decide whether or not this is a really good moment. 1 of 5. As I review, I can turn quick reactions into clear decisions. Favorite means this is one of the strongest moments. Keep means it is useful. Reject means I don't need it. Unreview puts it back into the queue. Instead of writing timestamps on paper or trying to remember everything, the decisions stay attached to the footage. I can also add notes and tags that explain why a moment matters. A creator might mark strong hook. A realtor might tag kitchen, exterior, or agent intro. A ministry can mark testimony, key message, or a social clip. The footage becomes easier to reuse because the reason I save something is not lost. Once the decisions are made, I can filter the project and remove the noise. If I only want to see my strongest material, I can do that immediately instead of searching for the entire recording again.
Hey Lauren, what's up?
Hey.
Vision Review also tracks the review itself. If I stop halfway through a long project and come back tomorrow, I can see what has already been reviewed and what still needs attention. Finding good moments is useful, but the real value is what happens next. Vision Review lets me take those review decisions and turn them into a working draft instead of leaving them as disconnected notes and timestamps. I can build from the group that fits the goal. A creator might build from favorites. A realtor build from the strongest property clips. A ministry might create a short draft from tagged sermon moments. The review work becomes the input for the next step instead of something I have to recreate in another tool. Before I commit to anything, I can preview the order, remove a clip that does not fit, refine the sequence. The important part is that the underlying review work stays intact, so I'm free to experiment without losing the decisions I already made. Once the draft is assembled, Vision Review moves into quality control. This step exists because saving time is only useful if I can still trust the result. Here I am confirming that the active draft is visually usable and that the ending makes sense before I move it into export. It is a simple gate that keeps an unfinished or unchecked draft from accidentally becoming the final deliverable. So it looks here we have one visual quality that's unchecked. One active draft clip still needs a visual review. So I'll scroll down or preview that clip.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, thanks again for staying home to hear
I'll
your
go ahead and pause that.
Your dad and I really needed this night out.
Scroll back down. And I'll just say approve for export, just for the sake of it. Here we go. So it's approved. Go ahead and scroll back down. See if that passed the checks. Oh, still looks like it's unchecked there. Scroll down. We'll go ahead and say visual quality acceptable. There we have it. Now that we got all the checks completed, we'll go ahead and continue to export. Now, if I create multiple versions, export history gives me a simple record of what has already been generated. The export section is where the review process turns into something I can actually deliver or use. The goal is not to create more analysis, it is to help move the selected material out of review and toward publication, client delivery, or the next editing step. The current build can also generate supporting information for the active draft. That can make it easier to hand work to a client, editor, teammate, or another part of the production workflow without starting over from scratch. Now I want to show a problem that can make otherwise valuable footage difficult to use. Audio and video slowly drifting out of sync. A long interview, sermon, event, or recording can look fine at the beginning and become noticeably off later. The easiest way to think about vision review is this. Raw footage comes in, the important moments become easier to find. The review decisions stay organized. Those decisions can become a draft. The draft gets checked, and the result moves towards delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, the goal is not to replace the creative person. The goal is to remove more of the searching, rewatching, and repetitive review work that stands between a long recording and the content someone actually wants to use. VisionReview AI is still in development and is not publicly available yet. But if you are a creator, realtor, ministry, podcaster, agency, or anyone who regularly records more footage than you have time to review, this is exactly the problem Vision Review is being built to solve. Spend less time searching through your footage and more time using it. Thanks for watching this preview of the current build of Vision Review AI.